Welcome back to the Deep Dive. You know we love to get a little geeky around here, and today we're diving into a concept that's pretty dense, but super fascinating. It's called Shentegrity.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right. And it combines ancient wisdom with modern science to explore how consciousness and energy and well-being are all connected.
I love it already.
Me too.
Well,
Now, fair warning, the source material for this one is pretty heavy, but no worries. As always, we've distilled it down to the juiciest parts for you guys.
perfect for those aha moments, right?
Exactly. So to give everyone a little roadmap, Shentegrity is basically a model that uses the electromagnetic spectrum, like infrared and ultraviolet light, as a metaphor for how our consciousness evolves through different energy levels.
Kind of like climbing a ladder, starting with basic survival energy and
Yeah.
working our way up to transformative spiritual energy.
Okay, I'm picturing this energy ladder, but
Hmm.
I need a little more to really grasp it.
Yeah.
Where do we even begin with something this complex?
Well, how about we start at the bottom rung with infrared radiation? You can't see it, but you can definitely feel it, like the warmth from a fire. It's invisible, but it's absolutely crucial for life. Just like infrared is essential for our physical existence,
Yeah.
Shentegrity points to a fundamental energy we all have, called Jing.
Jing. Okay, so is this like our internal battery pack?
Exactly. Jing is that life essence we're born with, our deep well of energy. And here's where it gets really interesting. Think about how infrared is invisible, but crucial for processes like cellular respiration. It's literally keeping us alive at a basic level. Jing is very similar, working behind the scenes, fueling our vitality, even if we're not consciously aware of it.
So even when we're vegging out on the couch, Jing is hard at work. I'm starting to see why that foundation is so important. But what does this have to do with our bodies being like, as you said earlier, tensegrity structures?
Ah, great question. So tensegrity is all about balance, how tension and compression work together to create strength and stability.
Hmm.
Think of a suspension bridge. The cables are under tension, the towers are under compression, and it's that interplay of forces that makes the whole structure work.
Right. Our bodies are actually built on very similar principles. It's called biotensegrity.
Oh, interesting.
Our bones, muscles, fascia, they're all pushing and pulling against each other in this elegant dance. That allows us to move and hold ourselves upright.
So even just standing here, my body is a symphony of forces. It's mind-blowing. But how does this relate back to Jing?
Well,
Visible light, it's all about what we can see, right? It illuminates the world around us, full of color and detail. And in the Shentegrity model, this connects to conscious awareness and the energy of action, which is where Qi comes in.
Qi. Okay, yeah, I've heard that term before. Usually in the context of like martial arts or acupuncture.
Yeah.
What exactly is it?
Qi is often described as vital life force energy. That energy that flows through all living things. It's what allows us to move and think and feel and create.
So it's not just about physical energy, but our mental and emotional energy as well.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Just as visible light reveals the world around us, cultivating your Qi can help you see things in a new light. It's about bringing awareness to the energy within and around you.
Okay, I'm getting a sense of how Qi fits into this energy ladder we're climbing. But you mentioned Shentegrity itself earlier.
Yeah.
How does that concept tie into visible light and Qi?
Right. So remember how we talked about biotensegrity being the balance of physical forces in our bodies?
Yeah.
Well, Shentegrity takes that concept a step further. It's the dynamic interplay between our physical and spiritual forces, the bridge between our inner and outer worlds.
So it's like
Yeah.
biotensegrity is the foundation, and Shentegrity is the structure built upon that foundation.
Yeah, a great way to put it. And Qi is the energy that flows across that bridge, connecting our inner experience to the outer world.
This is starting to paint a really interesting picture. So we've got Jing as our foundation. Qi is the energy that allows us to move and act in the world. And I'm guessing this is where we start to see those practical benefits you mentioned earlier.
You're right on track. Shentegrity offers some really powerful benefits for both our minds and bodies, what we
Yeah.
call cognitive and somatic benefits.
Good, let's unpack those. What are some of the cognitive benefits? I'm always looking for ways to sharpen my mental game.
Well, one of the most notable cognitive benefits is enhanced cognitive flexibility. Remember those different energy levels.
Yeah.
Each one actually corresponds to a different way of thinking.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So you're saying that depending on which energy level I'm tapping into, I'll approach things differently.
Exactly. Sometimes we need that grounded, logical thinking. That's our Jing at work.
Okay.
Other times we need to be more creative and fluid. And that's when we're tapping into our Jing.
So it's like having different mental tools for different tasks. I can see how that would be incredibly useful. Does this tie into problem solving as well?
Absolutely. Shentegrity encourages a more dynamic approach to problem solving. Instead of getting stuck in rigid thinking, we can learn to shift between those energy levels. Sometimes we need a practical approach, sometimes we need that flash of insight.
Yeah, I know I've definitely struggled with getting stuck in a mental rut before. Knowing that I can shift my energy to find a new perspective is incredibly empowering.
That's the beauty of this model. It gives you a framework for understanding your own energy and using it intentionally. But the benefits go beyond just our thinking. Let's step into the somatic realm, how Shentegrity impacts our bodies.
Okay, I'm ready to explore that side of things. What kind of physical benefits are we talking about?
One of the big ones is body awareness. It's about tuning into the physical sensations you're experiencing, feeling the tension in your muscles, the rhythm of your breath, the way you move through space.
So it's like becoming more present in my body and paying attention to those subtle cues.
Exactly. And this is where that concept of biotensegrity really shines. By understanding how those tension and compression forces work within your body, you can move more efficiently, improve your posture, and release unnecessary tension.
I can definitely see how that would lead to less pain and more energy throughout the day.
Huh.
Are there other physical benefits we can experience?
Absolutely. Shintegrity also helps you understand how to use your energy more efficiently. Think back to those different energy levels. Each one corresponds to a different state of physical activity.
Okay, walk me through that.
So when you're in a low energy state, your body needs rest and recovery. That's your Jing signaling it's time to recharge. It's a good time for gentle activities like stretching or a leisurely walk.
So it's about honoring those times when my body needs to slow down.
Exactly. When you're in a chi state, you'll have more energy for things like dancing, hiking, or playing sports, activities that require more physical exertion.
It's like matching my activities to my energy level so I don't burn myself out.
Precisely. And finally, when your energy is at its highest, you're in a Shen state, ready for practices like yoga or meditation that connect you with your spiritual essence.
So it's about understanding when to conserve energy, when to engage it actively,
Hmm.
and when to use it for transformation. It's giving me so much to think about in terms of how I approach my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
But we're still missing that top rung of the ladder, that transformative energy of ultraviolet light.
You're right, we still got more to explore. Let's move into the realm of Shen, your spiritual essence.
Okay, I'm ready to reach for the top. Okay, so we've climbed from that grounding energy of Jing through the dynamic flow of Qi, and now we're finally reaching for the top rung, Shen, that transformative spiritual energy. I'm ready to be enlightened. But first, I need a little help understanding how this powerful energy relates to ultraviolet light.
All right, well, think about what ultraviolet light can do. It's invisible to our eyes, but it has this incredible power to transform things at a molecular level. It can sanitize, it can even trigger changes in DNA. It's potent stuff.
Definitely. I'm seeing a pattern here. Just like infrared and visible light had these parallels to Jing and Qi, ultraviolet light seems to have this connection to our spiritual essence, our Shen.
Exactly. That's the beauty of this model. It gives us this framework to understand how these different energies, both within us and in the universe, are all interconnected. Shen, like ultraviolet light, is that energy that can catalyze profound change and growth.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
Yeah.
But how do we actually access this powerful Shen energy? It all seems very abstract.
Right. Well, remember how we talked about tensegrity being this balance of forces?
Uh-huh.
We see it in our physical bodies with biotensegrity, and in the interplay of our physical and spiritual forces with shentegrity. Well, on this level, Shen, we're talking about tensegrity in its more spiritual sense. It's about the integration of energy and information within our consciousness, creating a state where we can truly transcend limitations.
So it's like we're taking that concept of balance
Mm-hmm.
and applying it to our spiritual growth.
Yeah.
We're finding that equilibrium within ourselves. That allows for transformation.
Exactly. And this is where things get really practical. We've explored the concepts, we've climbed the ladder, but how do we actually bring shentegrity into our everyday lives?
Yeah, it's a million-dollar question. I'm ready for some actionable takeaways. What can we do to tap into our Jing, Qi, and Shen and actually experience these benefits?
Well, a great place to start is with breath work. You might be thinking, it's just breathing, how powerful can it be?
Mm-hmm.
But you see, breath is the bridge between our physical body and our mind, and it's a key to regulating those different energy levels.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about how breathwork can help me access those different states.
So remember how Jing is all about grounding and stability.
Yeah.
If you're feeling scattered or anxious, a simple grounding breath can work wonders.
Oh, really? What does a grounding breath entail?
Just find a comfortable seat, close your eyes, and imagine drawing energy up from the earth as you inhale, all the way up through your body. Then as you exhale, visualize releasing any tension or stress back down into the earth.
Hmm. I can almost feel that sense of grounding just from visualizing it. What if I want to tap into chi? That energy of flow and creativity.
For Qi, a technique called circular breathing can be really effective. It's about creating a smooth, continuous flow of breath without any pauses between inhales and exhales. As you practice this, imagine energy swirling through your body.
So it's like I'm literally breathing life into that creative energy.
Exactly. And for Shen, for accessing that transformative energy, you might explore something called breath of fire. It involves rapid, rhythmic breaths powered by your diaphragm.
Breath of fire. That sounds intense, but in a good way. I'm sensing a theme here. It's not just about breathing, but breathing with awareness and intention.
You're absolutely right. And the beauty of these techniques is that you can incorporate them into your daily life whenever you need them. Feeling stressed? Try a grounding breath. Need a boost of creativity? Experiment with circular breathing. Want to connect with your spiritual side? Explore breath of fire.
I love how simple yet powerful these practices are. And it's not just about breath work, is it? We talked earlier about how movement is also key to accessing these different energies.
Absolutely. And again, it's about finding practices that resonate with you and approaching them with intention. Think about yoga, tai chi, qigong. These practices are all about cultivating that fluidity, balance, and interconnectedness within the body.
Right, it's like they're helping us embody that tensegrity, becoming more resilient and adaptable, both physically and mentally.
Exactly. And you can tailor your practice to the energy you want to cultivate. Feeling ungrounded? A gentle yin yoga sequence could help you tap into your Jing. Need to get your energy moving? Try a more dynamic vinyasa flow or a Qui-Gong routine to awaken your Qi.
And for Shen, for connecting with that transformative energy.
Explore practices that encourage expansion and a sense of connection, like Kundalini yoga or movement meditations that involve visualization.
So it's all about using movement as a way to shift my energy and connect with different parts of myself.
Precisely. But there's one more piece of the puzzle we need to talk about. Mindfulness.
Mindfulness, that's about paying attention to the present moment, right?
Yeah.
I've dabbled with meditation, but my mind tends to wander.
That's completely normal. The key with mindfulness isn't to empty your mind, but to simply observe your thoughts without judgment, gently guiding your attention back to your breath or your chosen point of focus.
So it's more about becoming aware of those mental chatterboxes and not getting carried away by them.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the more space you'll create between those thoughts, allowing you to make choices from a place of greater clarity and awareness.
Okay, that makes sense. But how does mindfulness connect to Shentegrity and those different energy levels?
Just like with breathwork and movement, you can approach mindfulness practices with a specific intention. Feeling overwhelmed? Try a grounding meditation to tap into your Jing. Need a boost of inspiration? Explore a visualization meditation to spark your Qi. And for cultivating a deeper sense of connection and compassion, practices like loving kindness meditation or gratitude meditation can help you connect with your Shen.
It's like mindfulness gives us this doorway into those different energy states,
Yeah.
allowing us to choose which one we want to cultivate.
You got it. And the beauty is you can weave these practices into your daily life in really simple ways. A few minutes of mindful breathing before a meeting, a gratitude practice before bed, a mindful walk in nature. It's all about finding what works for you and making it a regular part of your routine.
This has been an incredible deep dive. Shentegrity has given me a whole new way of understanding myself, my energy, and how to navigate life's challenges with more grace and resilience. I feel like I've been given this roadmap to unlock my full potential.
I love that. That's exactly what Shentegrity is all about, empowering you to tap into the wisdom of your own body, mind, and spirit. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Keep exploring, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep shining your light.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for guiding us through this fascinating topic. And to all our amazing listeners out there, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep seeking, keep learning, and keep growing.